welcome to Amazon.com, and what we're going to teach, and this is Amazon, so welcome to it. It's a stock trade. And basically we put a bottom in. We had a very long left shoulder down today. SMF Pro traders did remarkably well. They worked with the indicator off the bottom. They seen that the percent DS crossed above. They enjoyed that. They were watching these things that they use as their guide and their tool around turns and whatnot. And what I want to point out to them right at the moment is that Amazon was a good trade, but we had a 15-minute top. And basically, if I was to draw a trend line here, you would see clearly that this was the breakout of their entries. But there's the first top. Here is another top. Right there. At the darn trend line. Okay, so there's phase one. That top is lower than that top. And that resistance is not be taken out. And usually, if you go more than 15 minutes without taking out that resistance level, that means that, well, obviously the buyers aren't committed to the upside, and because they're not committed to the upside, the bids are going to drop here in the level 2, because basically they can't walk the dog through resistance. They're going to drop. What happens is no buyer this side of the tape, which is the bid, can drop down like it is in here with these candlesticks. That's 9-minute reversal. And that means that the bid's in the level 2 here, direct access trading at its finest, right? This is where you're watching what's going on. It's like, you know, there's a science to it. These are just a volume prints right here. That is actually what's going on. What's in here is a spread between a person who would like to buy and a person who'd like to sell. And what SMF Pro traders always want to understand is you don't want the people on this side of the market getting their way. You want this side getting glorified. Because if the seller's getting his way, that means he's getting his price and the equity could move higher. And basically, you're down here, and that's that doji reversal that we had. Okay? Right here was that doji reversal. And it went down, and it couldn't take out the low body of the candle, nor could it close above that low end of that doji. And now we've got to set up here, right where this last little move up to this engulfing bar was. This has got to hold support. And if we can't hold support, we got a very good entry on the option at 270, how wholesale we were compared to $4 on the high. Of course, the SMF Master Option Intraday market maker trader that you are, is that you were out to sell 320 when you got hit at 270. That's a 50 penny profit, and depending on how many contracts you got, you ever have 100 of those like that and you get 50 pennies, it's 5,000. But you got to learn how to do this first, because you know it's all about that $4 high and your entry at 270, and that's how you took out the risk on the entry. So basically, you know where your option stands. More importantly, though, is that you got to deal with the bid and the ask right here and this support level to where that doji reversal was, and it came up, tested that doji, and failed here and reversed.